Hello, heyo, man. No, that wasn't it.
Wait, what? I I don't know if I can say what you sounded like. I'm just gonna just gonna die, bro.
Heyo,
Just,
I'm trying to vibe. What's up, guys? It's me. It's me. I got my dog, Chris Connor, right there. I got my other dog, IC. He in the building,
yeah.
and man, we can't work. We can't work. Brought our lunch pail. You know what I'm saying? We can't do work. Um, we here to talk about a guy who I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I don't know nothing about.
Hell yeah.
I don't like his name.
Mm.
So
We listen. We just gonna call him CMB, man. And look, man, y'all tap into some of the other shows, man. See, God knew. You know what I mean? The God I know, man. He's a righteous guy. He's a Fort seeing guy. Like God knew we were gonna be there at the seventh, the seventh pick. Because if you look at all the people that we broken down, like the prospects, outside of Ace Bailey, good majority of these players gonna be right available for the Pelicans. And we ain't get to Edgecombe, we ain't get to Harper, we ain't get to Flag. God knew, and we should have knew. But now y'all know.
he ain't tell a lie, man. Or maybe, actually, actually, we did know because we didn't do the shows. like, like we did know. We kind of forewarned them. I'm saying, like, you don't see us. You don't see a Cooper Flag show. You don't see you don't see these shows.
Look, man,
So you
I,
know,
I got I got one request to everybody's watching the show whenever this come out. This is because since this is the first show post lottery, anybody that gives a comment, I need y'all to give some words of encouragement to our brother IC at the bottom, to our brother Ivory, man. Y'all lift his spirits up, man. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He just a Pelicans fan, you know.
he
That's
devastated.
something wrong. That's
He
something wrong.
devastated. Man
Yeah,
said this
man.
is a season. It was a season derailing draft draft lottery for the Pelicans.
I can't see how
Dog.
y'all so cheery and jolly right now, bro. This is
No,
not
we've
good.
been here. See, Ivory, no, this is the fun part of Ivory doing content. I used to be just like you, bro. I
Yeah,
used to be just like you, bro. The
yeah,
content, dog, the content didn't change me, dog.
yeah. Man. I don't feel
I was at the
nothing.
next video. Oh, for right. I don't feel nothing at all, dog. I'm just
Nothing.
pause,
Man, y'all about
pause.
to
You know who
turn me
you are
into
right now?
alcohol.
You know who you are right now? You
Who's that?
Justin Napoli from
Wow.
last year. That's who you are
Of
right
every
now.
year, of every
Yeah.
year.
They drafting this fucking guy. Hey, bro, like you just gotta roll. It's like, it's your little dumbass cousin, bro. You just gotta love him. It's all good. But
But do yeah,
no, you don't. No, you technically you don't have to. You
yeah.
don't have to. Just as long as you're not Kanye with your cousins. No mind. Um, that's Chicago. We gonna leave Chris Chicago issues in Chicago.
No,
Uh,
don't make that a regional thing. Don't make what?
hey dog, hey dog, hey dog. Cameron told Kanye, bro, you making Chicago look bad. Kanye was like, Kanye was like, man, I did what I did. That ain't Owa City. Like, bro, just stop talking, man. Just
He
stop
sound
talking.
like an ex felon. Well, ex felon.
It's crazy, man.
Oh man, oh dog, Colin Murray Boyles. This is what we here to do, dog. The draft combine general, the rising star of the risers in the draft on the 25 NBA draft here, man. Look, man, we
All right,
talking about a sophomore.
hold up.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
we,
yeah.
nah, like real shit. I'm not familiar with this game. What do I need to know about him? What is impressive? Why do y'all want to talk
Well,
about him?
he's probably the best defensive prospect in this year's draft. You can make a case for Carter Bryant, but to me, Colin Murray Boyles, he has a lot of Torrey Eason in his game. Really strong, long arms. I think he tested out at 7'3", 7'4" wingspan.
Mm.
Um, 6'6", 6'7" without shoes. So really strong, really sturdy. Really good at the point of attack. Really good team defender. Getting comps to, of course, Draymond Green. So I really like what he
Mm.
does on the defensive side of the ball. Offensively, really strong around the basket. He finishes well. Can't really stretch and shoot it very much. but he's a powerful finisher, great playmaker. He's absolutely good at dropping dimes, have a good feel for the game.
Great. You said great playmaker. That's what you said.
Oh, pretty good, pretty good. Maybe not, Derek Queen, Danny Wolf, but I'll say a step right below that in terms of
Well, I mean, that's
playmaking.
still pretty good.
Yeah.
All right, Chris, what's up? What am I looking at in this video? What do I need to know about this dude?
Someone who isn't a soft basketball player. Someone plays with an edge.
Yeah, he's tough.
I know we tired of defensive first players, but here we are. I think has some athleticism to him. Versatile, as Ivory mentioned. I like what he said about the passing ability. I mean, you don't get Draymond comps without that ability. And I mean, I think he's strong around the basket, around the rim, in the paint. So you have that as well. And I guess my thinking is this, man. I mean, the athletic side of it is one thing. I mean, I think he's 240. So who knows what he will be by the time he reaches a training camp. But it's not like this is a dude that doesn't have a close to NBA ready body. But some of the other comparisons, ironically, Zach Randolph, Paul Millsap, which I kind of like, Julius Randle. He, the thing that you're not gonna like is that he's not a shooter, right? I mean, he's not someone that's gonna really space the floor right away. But when we're talking about the ability to defend, we're talking about the upside there. Still relatively young guy, IQ, and someone who's gonna bring an attitude and an edge with a team that probably, if they keep this pick, regardless of what they do with Zion, but let's say in this situation, keeping Zion, if Zion's going to be more of a 3, if Zion's going to be more of a guard, well, you're going to need more versatile or bigs, period. And this guy with his defensive floor, if you believe that he can work on his offensive ability, if you believe you got the right people in the door, we've seen this fail before for the Pelicans. It didn't have enough time. But if you believe that he can be one of those dudes, you might have yourself, a really good player in the next couple of years.
Now, let me ask y'all this before we get to this film real fast. Is this this guy, is he, would you consider him a lottery pick? In the two parts of that question, Chris, you real high on Dyson Daniels. Would you say that he is as good a prospect coming out of college as Dyson was going into the NBA?
You probably have to ask Ivory that one. I don't know if I can tell you that one. I'd have to watch the film. I feel like Dyson was Dyson had NBA ready defense when he was playing in the G League. So I can't tell you right now if Murray Boyles, specifically with it being at a different position and probably have different responsibilities. I can't tell you if he does or doesn't have that yet, but I mean, again, some of the guys that he's compared to, Tyrese and Draymond Green, like, those guys in their rookie years also had very strong floors defensively and kind of built from there. So Ivory would probably have to tell you where he ranks in regards to like Dyson or some of the other comps you could bring up.
Who the better prospect?
Tough because they're different in terms of their abilities. Murray Boyles is more of a point of attack, more of a team defender. Dyson Daniels more better on the ball, point of attack, steals. Murray Boyles is better on switches, better on hedging out on screens, getting back and recovering, things of that nature. More team oriented, more kind of similar to like Herb and Dyson. I think Murray Boyles is a better team defender, and it could be possible that Dyson is the better on-ball defender.
Okay. Who would be a better? Well, never mind. We just about to watch the film. Don't worry about it. I'm about to get all my questions answered right now. Film time.
Who this show brought to you by, Lito?
Shit, man, us. You see us right there, Chris and Lito, but also Blue Moon, also Scott Vignell Law Firm. You know what I'm saying? 504 500 1111. Heard? They fight for the win. You dig? Also, John Deere. Also, Sunshine. Also, 4D. Also, Standard Mortgage. How many do you want? We can give it to you however you want it. It's all good. I'm not
And
pausing
like
nothing.
always, shout out to No Ceilings. If you
Oh
have,
my God, this
if
dude.
you have, you
Fine.
named after the best mixtape of all time, man, major shout out to you.
That boy good. Hey, that boy is good. Shout out to No Ceilings NBA. Now listen, I could have found some other film, but because we fuck with No Ceilings, they fuck with us. I'm gonna go with theirs because they did a mid-season breakdown of him. Other people they did one post. We ain't talking about them though. Shout out to No Ceilings. Without further ado though, let me get over to my other screen real
CMB.
fast. My other
Come on, dog. He got a nickname that's gonna fit in the city right away. What else you want, bro? Come on, Lito.
Okay, 16 points a game, 9 boards, 1.4, 1 point. Okay. Oh, little reverse spin. Finish with the left. Like it. Oh. So y'all ain't tell me he was an athlete though.
A little bit.
Oh, he got an old man game. Oh yeah.
Definitely got an old man game.
Oh yeah. His grandpa
Below the-
raised him.
Yeah.
Below the rim.
Yeah, I see the Julius Randle.
Yep.
Especially at Kentucky. Yeah. Okay. Little tween. It don't look bad. It was a fluid shot. Oh. Okay. A little attitude. I like it. Get off the boy.
And once again, I think that him playing at arguably the toughest conference in college basketball is also a plus. I mean, if you,
sure.
I forget who were we talking about? Was it Trey? No.
Oh. Hold on, brother. Hold on. Wait a second. Before we get into the Chris, I didn't mean to cut you off, dog.
Go ahead.
I just need to talk about the seal. I need to talk about the seal prior to receiving a pass. Brother, look at what his defender is.
Yeah, Barrett.
Yo, you talk about making yourself as a big, I'm saying, Ivory probably I told you a lot, like make yourself available. You can't be more available in this. This is incredible. And then the little chicken wing in the chest. Yeah, get out of here. Night.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
love the physicality that he plays with.
How old is
he? Well, no, I mean he plays a little bit.
He
older
plays a
than his
little.
age.
Okay. I'm about to say, if you told me he was 42, I would.
No, he's 19. He definitely got a father in his life.
Oh, he might have a father, but his granddad raised him.
Yep.
Oh, good finish, boy.
See, so Ivory, let me ask you this, right? For someone like him, the first thing that I see is that at the next level, teams are gonna give him space, right? So he's gonna be seeing, he's gonna be seeing what we see a lot of Draymond's, right? With whether it be off of dribble handoffs or whatever the case may be, teams are naturally going to sag off of him and force him either to do something he doesn't want to do, shoot a midi, shoot a floater, or make a move to the basket. What do you think is most important for guys like this out the gate? That's like he's not going to be seeing these kind of coverages at the next level more than likely. It's going to be a lot more space off ball or even on ball.
Yeah. Ideally, you wouldn't be bringing him in to be like a primary focal point of the offense. Hopefully, if he has someone with some perimeter gravity where he can do a lot of ball screens and be on a short roll, get some stuff in the low block. But I think his best work is going to be off of pick and rolls and getting the ball in space and getting on the move. Until that shot really comes around, I think he's going to need to hang around the basket and make himself efficient that way.
Hey, can I answer that question?
Yep.
I like Ivory's answer. My only The only thing I was gonna say is I've seen 3 moves. That being 1-4 moves from him in the opening minutes of this film where I've seen defenders sag off of him.
Mm,
And the thing that I really like that he has done, he attacked the space.
Mhm.
He didn't
yeah.
he didn't really he wasn't idle. He didn't buy into what they wanted him to do. Even if he didn't like the shot, he just kept attacking the space. So I feel like if something like that is ingrained, kind of like Zion, right? I mean, obviously I'm not comparing him to Zion, but like you see him just attack the
Yeah.
space.
I mean, I'm gonna tell you something, man. Like him, the Julius Randle comp is almost spot on.
Yeah, for sure.
Like it's with a lot of these comps, and it's funny because five hates. He absolutely hates
Jim
when some of
Hutch.
these college kids are given these these all-star level player comps, but you go up some of the flashes that you see, but this is almost as spot on to a comp as you can get. I mean, shit, he left-handed, right? And he wearing 30. I mean, what else?
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah, that's
about the
crazy.
same, about the same height, body build. He I mean, out the triple threat. I saw
Where
him
he
do a couple jabs. It looked like,
where
Julius.
he from? Where he from?
Good question.
I'm not sure.
Let's see.
I don't know why that mattered to me, but it mattered to me.
He's from Columbia, South Carolina.
Oh yeah, nah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, him and Zion will have something to talk about.
Forest Acres, South Carolina, actually,
Good
which
bump,
is
yo.
probably close.
Hey, yo, hold on. I love when, bro. Like, you want to make your guy your guards love you as a big man. This inadvertent ass bump off the screen. Damn, they don't want to play it. Just a little bump, man. Just pivot into it. Nothing crazy. Just pivot, bro. It's
IQ.
just it's just smart basketball. He didn't even go to him, but look what it did to the other defender.
It
He saw
cleared
him
out the
helping,
opportunity
sagging
to get
out.
it to the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now
oh,
see,
nah, draft him.
go
Draft him.
back, go back, go back,
Nah,
go back,
draft
go
him.
back, go back, go back,
Draft
go
him.
back, go back, go back, go back. Because I got a problem here. I got a problem. Spin over that left shoulder there.
You're right. I ain't mad at that though. But dog, look at the accuracy of that left-handed
Nah.
pass, bro.
And I like the pass.
Oh, come on.
That
I
pass
like the
had some
pass.
zip on it.
Bro, you see that? He got some revolutions
Oh,
on that
God
hoe.
damn.
Good. Oh, hey, nah, dog.
Nah.
Hey, his non-shooting don't even matter to me.
Yeah. I think he had one of the best plus minuses in all of college basketball last year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. This the type of brother go tell you get it in blood. That's who he is as a basketball player.
So he averaged.
Good
Let's see.
pass.
He's a sophomore, so I mean he averaged about 2.5 assists a game. Looks like his overall usage went up a little bit here. Shot about 70% from the free throw line.
Oh.
Shot close to 60% from the field in 30 minutes overall.
Oh. How tall is he?
Without shoes, he
6'7",
was
6'8".
like 6.5, something like that, without shoes today.
Let me ask y'all this: this particular style of play that he has, you think this could work for him in the NBA, or you think he's gonna have to find somewhere behind the 3-point line, or some type of consistency behind the 3-point line?
I think coupled with the length and athleticism, I think he'll be able to compensate. He plays strong, man. He played much bigger than what he actually is.
And I mean, he has a game that it looks to translate to when things slow down, which should be attractive eventually to winning programs.
Bro, hold on a second. Hold
He moves
on,
his
Chris.
feet
I'm
really
sorry.
well, by the way. No, you
Dog,
okay.
this man, watch this hedge. First of all, watch this goddamn hedge. Bro, look what
Yeah.
bro, the man then stays with it and then blocks it. Bro, nah.
Really good,
Nah.
really good understanding of defensive angles.
Oh my
Hmm.
god. Oh my god. This brother is he's a mini tree. He was rooted. He rooted, son.
Many-
Come on, Zach. Bro, this is
Let's go
incredible
South
defensive.
Carolina upstate. Hmm.
Give me that shit, boy.
Yep. Get around it. Ooh.
Wow. 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 Man, got defense looking exciting, yo. What are you going on that pivot?
Okay, Baltimore. Yep. Good
Son,
job.
hold on a second. It's the little things, though. Look how he plays this, bro. Look how he plays it. Look how he plays this. His I can't explain it. I'm sorry. I can't explain that. But you see this goddamn hand? Nobody does this. Nobody does this. This is so simple.
These are the kind of guys, as long as Willie Green is your coach, that will play a lot of minutes.
I ain't gonna
Right
lie.
away.
I ain't even mad at him.
Right
I'm
away.
with,
You know,
I'm with
and
Bill.
I'm gonna tell you some of the things, you know, like it's the like for me, it's some of the things when Larry Nance was healthy.
I see
But
that. I can see that.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? The little things, the communication, the nuances of what it takes, not just on ball, but like Ivory was mentioning earlier, some of the off ball things, like
Man,
that
did
type
you
of
see
shit
that
is gonna get
hedge
you
and
minutes right
recover
away.
and the steal?
Hold
Yeah,
on,
man,
man. Hold on. Hold on.
that's incredible.
Okay, I don't know what just happened, but
Yeah.
for sure.
This is incredible right here. This play, hedge all the way
No way he's
out,
supposed to get back
quick
there. No way
pass.
he's supposed to get
Bro,
Right.
away. No way he's supposed to
bro,
get back there.
bro, he got an incredible motor, son.
Yeah.
Shout out to New Siemens.
Processing
Um,
speed too, man. Like
Hmm.
the mind is there. You know what I'm saying? And the mind matched the feet.
mm,
So
mm.
you know,
I see what you did. All right,
uh,
so let's talk. You got the seventh pick in the draft. He available. What you doing?
Derek Queen still on the board. Derek Queen gone.
I didn't see the mocks today, so let's say he gone.
Yeah, man. I mean, Pelicans gotta pick a path, man. And I mean, you know, we don't know exactly if they're on the same page with Zion, if you know he's fitting or not. But you know, I think no matter what, someone like CMB, I think could play in multiple, you know, in a variety of styles, in a variety of schemes, you know, variety of responsibilities. And I can only think right now in the interim of what they currently have with the roster that's set up for you right now. And if you don't move Herb Jones, like
Mm.
him and Herb Jones would be incredible together. Would be absolutely
Yeah,
incredible.
that would be.
You know, he also looks like somebody that I think would fit well with Zion's game. You know,
Yeah.
Mm.
but you know, this the spacing is the spacing. I mean, it is what it is. But this, people don't care. I haven't seen the Pelicans try to put four of the shooters out there, and everybody still collapses Zion at the rim. They don't care. They don't care. So
So I'm looking at just to answer your question a little bit. I'm looking at a couple different draft mocks, and I didn't see Derek Queen in the top 4 or 5. So I mean, anyways, I see you got the 7th pick. What you doing?
I would I would have to give Colin Murray boys a very, very, very strong look here at 7. I think the fit offensively with Zion could be a little bit tricky, but defensively, um, I still think the Pels need to get bigger. But man, it's hard to pass on a prospect like this. I'm not too fond of the Draymond comps when they throw it around, but I think this with this particular player is warranted. The things that he can do defensively, as we just seen, cover so much ground. He's switch heavy, versatile, strong. I like all those things, and I think he would do well to bolster the Pelicans defense, which was like in the bottom third of the league. So man, if he's sitting there at 7, man, it'll be hard not to consider him at that particular time.
Can I read y'all some draft notes?
Go ahead.
Oh, of course.
Ceiling is a diet Zion Williamson / Pascal Siakam. Underrated scorer in the 96th percentile. Good rebounder, good playmaker, good switch defender, super efficient shooter. 90th percentile true shooting percentage. Weaknesses: questionable in 3-pointers, inefficient playmaker, and size. But it gets a little more interesting. Believe it or not, CMB's shot diet is closest and resembles Zion and Siakam, scared down, of course, for Zion. But dude said, rewatching the film, his shifting his handle and body control while attacking really does resemble him. Then, if you send in a double team, CMB does a good job of being a playmaker, having playmaker vision, spotting where the double team is coming from. Then he kind of goes into what Chris was talking about, the Julius Randle. This dude said basically he did the analytics of like Julius Randle and CMB, but then he did another analytic set where he's oh, by the way, he's 4th on his draft board. So he's saying that his analytics is undeniable. He is the second best all-around player in this draft. He did a mock of him with people in the league. I'm gonna tell you who's on this list: Zach Edey, Zion, Blake Griffin. Obviously, Blake's in the league no more, but Donovan Clingan, and he was on par with Chet and Donovan Clingan. He was so far ahead of Evan Mobley and Wendell Carter Jr. As far as like defensive rebounding, it's crazy.
So what I'm curious is, for him, is like I'm trying to think of, like, we named a bunch of high ceiling players, right? But let's just say he turns into, let's say he's Grant Williams.
Talking about NBA champ Grant Williams?
Yeah, let's say he's Grant Williams. Grant come out of college, had similar comps, and played in the SEC. Wasn't the shooter just yet. I think he was a better shooter in college. He stayed. I think Grant stayed 3, maybe 4 years, but had similar defensive versatility. Similar rebounder, but not a double threat necessarily night in and night out, and was a solid scorer. They around the same size. What do you think about that?
I personally think he plays with more force than Grant Williams. He's more athletic. He can do a little bit more than Grant. But the archetype, their roles are similar, and I see where you're coming from. But people forget, man, Grant Williams, especially before he got traded. I mean, he was a very serviceable role player.
Very much so.
And he was, he played well for the Celtics, and I think if you can get that type of player, of course, at 7, you would hope that it'd be a little bit more upside, but it's not a bust for sure. And anything that can help contribute to winning, I think you got to look at it as a positive.
Yeah. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it as a diss, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
As a person who will opine for Grant Williams to either be traded or be signed by the Pelicans, for a lot of time when he was in Boston, I ain't mad. So again, I came into watching this film blind. I wasn't familiar with dude's game. As the Pelicans killed my basketball joy, and it went across every platform. You know what I'm saying? So I just took a break from basketball. I will say, from what I know about Grant Williams, from seeing him play in college, this guy, Ivory said he plays with more force. I think that's a good description of his game. He's not like really an above the rim type guy, even though he does have that type of athleticism. He has good touch around the rim. Grant, they probably the same height, but he feel like he's 7 foot compared to Grant's 6'7".
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
By the way he plays, and I think from looking at it, he was and is a better playmaker than Grant coming out of college. Like Grant, to me, he had those abilities, but I feel like, especially coming in Boston and taking that back seat to those guys who there, it forced him to be more of a role player. So he kind of did develop that, but he also did develop a shot. Now, if he's gonna follow in Grant's footsteps and develop the 3-point shot like Grant did, yeah. The difference though is Grant was drafted 22nd.
Right.
You know that's a big jump.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, look, I've been saying it for a while. The Pelicans need more plug and play options. They need smart basketball players. And this guy appears to be has really good instincts and appears to just be a smart basketball player. He know you drop him in any setting at any gym, he's more than likely gonna figure it out. There's no just one style of play for him. And I think in regards to his ceiling, that's what you should be interested in, because the floor, similar to some of the other guys that we like, Trey Johnson, for example, that we broke down. The floor is kind of set because you know what he does well already, and you could see how that translates at the next level immediately. You probably wouldn't want to get away from that, as Ivory mentioned, bringing him into your program. But the ceiling, as things goes along, him being able to add a three, or continue to work, taking eating up the space that teams will probably give him. Well, how is he going to deal with centers, in drop coverage when he's in, when he's in pick and roll, and he gets that drop off, out of the short roll. I mean, all these things are going to be, things for him to work on, but his floor, I think, is so solid. And for somebody that's only, that's a sophomore, I think just his IQ, I think it's something that should be attractive for the Pelicans and where they're at right now.
And I'll tell you guys another thing. I think he's going to get a playoff boost. His value is going to get a playoff boost. If you look at the guys on the teams that are really being the biggest X factors in these series, if you look at the Nas Reeds, you look at the Julius Randles, the Aaron Gordons, and Al Horford, for that matter, that particular archetype, which I think Colin Murray Boyles fit, is extremely valuable now. Not only is it the double big lineups that are winning, but it's also having that 4-5 tweener that can guard on the perimeter, can guard inside, can get you some baskets in and out, that I think fits that archetype. And I think he's one of the prime prospects for that particular archetype.
That's a really good point, Ivory, because you look at like one person that you didn't mention is his comparison in Draymond Green, right? Like Dre fucked up that Houston series in ways he's just simply not supposed to, right? I mean, the things he was able to do with Şengün and get Houston to have to, I mean, what Draymond always does, he changes the matchup. So no, you're not gonna run Jabari out here with me. You're gonna have to bring Steven Adams in off the bench, and then eventually, yeah, we'll allow Steven to get his own, but he's gonna be a liability, and you are going to win or lose with Şengün in the post against me or others, and my ability to help and communicate and direct traffic, and we're gonna gain rebound. And that's what he's done his whole career. In some respects, he's doing it right now against Minnesota, even without Steph. So while yes, the game is getting taller and more traditional again, those particular type of guys that can fuck up games and game plans and how teams want to construct their lineups will always be valuable.
Well, I mean, anything else? Well, y'all, I mean, that's another one snap right there. This is basketball nerd shit. This is what we do. So you're saying if y'all got anybody else y'all want us to review, obviously keep in mind now the Pelicans drafting 7, so let's try to be realistic. So y'all got anybody else y'all want us to film the breakdown? Like leave us in the comments and till then we'll see y'all. We working.